Welcome to Pilates. Let's get started. So let's find neutral alignment. Lie back. Get your feet together. You can pivot your heels out, then the toes. So your legs are not really wide, but maybe about a fist width or even a little bit wider than a fist width. From the top of your head, you want the back of your neck long, and which means that your head is resting right where it starts to curve under. So you're resting right on that ridge, and your chin is slightly tucked. And if you want, you could just do a few little rocks with your head just to release some tension. And then make sure you're back in position, chin slightly tucked. Back of the arms and back of the shoulders are slightly engaged into the mat. That helps to keep our shoulders from rounding forward and everything from pulling forward. So with the back of the shoulders and arms slightly engaged into the mat, that just keeps our chest open. So you only want it on a pressure of about a 1.5 on a scale of 1 to 10. Let's find neutral in our lumbar spine. Heels of your hands, heels of your hands on those jutty out hip bones, fingers on the pubic bone. And you want to just maybe rock a little bit forward and backward. And you want to come to the middle where your hands are level. You have a small gap of space under your back. And you want to imagine that you have a tray of marbles or a tray of water across your hips. So if you're tilted too far and you're overly arched, it's going to tilt and fall between the legs. If you're pushed to the mat, then it's going to fall into your belly. So you want to be nice and even. You can keep your hands on your lower abs, or you can keep a couple fingers there, but we're going to take some nice deep breaths in through the nose, into the belly, and exhale. Taking those deep breaths in, you want your belly and your chest to rise together, and exhale. One more time, take a deep breath in, exhale. As you exhale, tighten up those lower abs as if I was going to come around and step on you or drop something on you. You're going to get nice and tight, especially in that lower abdominal area. Holding those abs, we're going to breathe. We're going to breathe into the ribs. So these are shallower breaths. So I'm breathing more into the chest, into the ribs, into the back, and not deep into the belly. This allows us to hold that core engagement, stay stable, yet still breathe. You do not want to hold your breath when you're exercising or when you're moving. So go ahead and relax. Let's take a deep breath in. On the exhale, go ahead and tighten up the abs, and we're going to go into level 1 of the neutral series. So we're going to start with that right leg. You're going to lift it up, keeping that leg at a 90-degree angle, and then lower it down. And then the left leg. So we're going to alternate, taking one leg up, moving from the hip, and putting that leg down. You're not bending at the knee. You're not changing this angle at all. The idea is to stay stable. You want to focus on what your body is doing. Are you moving? Are you shifting? Are you slipping on the mat when you lift a leg? Good. On the next right leg, when you lift that the next time, hold it up. Make sure everything is tight. Your core engaged, back of the arms and the shoulders. Lift the left leg up to tabletop. We're going to hold the legs here together, and we're going to then drop them both together. Now remember, at any point through any of the exercises, when I progress them, if there's a progression or there's too much challenge for you, take it back a level. Instead of doing both legs, feel free to take and just do one leg at a time. So right here, abs are tight. Moving from the hip, we're going to drop the toes down and lift back up. Again, keeping that 90-degree angle. Try not to push the back of your head down into the mat. You don't want to anchor with your head. Anchor with the back of your arms and really engage the core. So abs are tight, dropping down, tapping, and then bringing it back up. Let's do one more. And then bring your knees in and give yourself a stretch, pushing your lower back to the mat. Good. Feet back down on the mat. Make sure you're in neutral. Arms by your side. Make sure, go through your head to toe checklist. Back of the neck is long. Back of the shoulders and arms pressed into the mat. You're neutral at your spine. We're going to go into a pelvic tilt. So we're going to inhale. And on the exhale, tighten up the belly and push that lower back to the floor, to the mat. And then inhale back to neutral, and exhale, push that lower back to the mat, and inhale to neutral. Good. So you should feel your glutes engage a little bit in this movement, and but a lot of this movement is coming from the core. Pull your belly button in, pull that belly button down towards the mat as well. And breathe. So we inhale back to neutral, exhale. One more, inhale to neutral, and exhale. Good. And again, if you need to, you can pull your lower back to the mat and just get a little stretch. So let's go ahead and make sure you're in neutral spine. And we're going to go ahead and bring our legs back to tabletop. And we're going to add that pelvic tilt right here. Now, it's not to rock, it's not a rocking motion. We're not trying to bring the knees towards the chest. We're trying to get the knees lifted towards the ceiling. So right here, we're going to inhale, and then exhale, pull the belly in, and the knees should go up, not in. And pelvic tilt in, and back to neutral. Inhale, exhale, and inhale back to neutral. Keep the back of the neck long, so when you do this, hopefully you're not having to like arch your neck. Back of the arms, shoulders, rooted to the mat. Legs lift up. Good. Go ahead and bring those knees into the chest. Good. All right. So, knees down and feet down on the floor. Back of the neck is long. We're going to go into an ab prep. So find neutral. Heels of your hands and fingers on the pubic bone. Make sure you're level. You have that small gap of space under your back. You don't want to be overly extended here, but you should have a little gap of space or a little air bubble under there. Arms are reaching long. We're going to inhale. On the exhale, we're going to tilt our chin towards our chest. Inhale, exhale, and reach our arms for the heels of our hands. Inhale, back down. Make sure that when you do this, you're not then losing your neutral alignment. So here, we're going to inhale, exhale, lift the chin up a little bit, inhale again, exhale, lift up. Lifting from the breastbone, lifting from the chest. So I'm not My chin is not up to the ceiling like this, and I'm not rolling all the way up, okay? So let's see if we can combine the, just take it a little bit smoother, a little faster. So we're gonna inhale, exhale, lift up. Inhale, back down. Exhale, tilt and lift. Lifting from the breastbone. My back is still in neutral. Inhale, exhale, tilt and lift. Inhale, down. Exhale. Tilt the chin, lift the chest. Reaching long, arms aren't up to here, they stay low. Let's do one more. Inhale, down. Exhale. Come down, bring your knees into the chest, push your lower back to the floor, and let's roll our head side to side. Release the tension. Good. All right. So let's go back. We're going to go into that ab prep again. We're going to hold it up, and then we're going to start to add some legs. If you find that it's bothering your neck or it's just getting really too hard, come back. You can do the leg movements lying flat on the mat in the neutral position. So if this is bothering you to do, and then to add leg movements, stay down here. But your lumbar spine should still stay in neutral, okay? So let's first get into position. Let's go into our ab prep. We're gonna inhale, exhale, tighten up the belly. You're tucking your chin in, lift your shoulders up. And then let's go ahead and bring our legs to tabletop. Abs are tight, your lumbar is still in neutral, and we're gonna tap down. Moving the leg from the hip. Now, if you really find, if you want to stay in this position and it's really uncomfortable because of your neck, without pulling, you can just put your hand back here and give a little support to the neck. Try not to take both hands, okay? So you're tapping down, and then, if you want, you can tap both legs down. And again, you're moving from the hip. Your back is in neutral. Do not let your back arch and flatten. Arch and flatten. You want to keep your back in neutral. The body isn't moving except from the hip. One more. And lie back. Bring your knees into your chest. Push the lower back to the floor. And take that head side to side. And get a nice breath in. Good. All right, let's do one more with that. Okay, so find neutral. And let's go ahead and take those legs up to tabletop. Abs are tight. And we're going to go up and pull up into our ab prep. Inhale, exhale, tuck the chin, lift the breastbone. So right here, we're going to start doing the extension on the leg. You can go slowly, or you can start to take it a little faster. You can even reach and tap the opposite knee if you want. Again, you can do this with your head down on the mat and you're in neutral. I haven't changed anything with your lumbar spine. Do one more and bring those knees in. And again, rotate that head or move that head side to side. Deep breath in. Sorry for my notes. All right, let's go and do some bridges. So bring your feet a little bit closer towards your bum. Your legs are still a little bit maybe wider than fist width. Make sure you're in alignment. Remember, you have that tray of marbles or water across your hips, so you don't want to be overly tilted forward or inward. Inhale, exhale, tighten up the belly and push through the glutes. Squeeze the glutes and lift. Inhale, back down to neutral. Exhale, lift up. You're still in neutral spine. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, down. Nice and stable. No kind of swishing side to side. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, down. One more, and we're going to stay up. Inhale, exhale, lift up. Lift your right leg up. Keep it here. And we're going to pulse to the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7. Squeeze those glutes. And breathe. Make sure you're breathing. Abs are still engaged. One more. Good. Stay up. Let's pulse halfway down to the mat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then come on down. Lower the leg. Deep breath in. Exhale. Come up. You should be in neutral. Lift the left leg. We're going to go up to the ceiling for 10, 9. Really squeeze those glutes. 7, 6. Hips level. 4, 3, 2, 1. And down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bring your knees into the chest, push your lower back to the floor, and stretch out that lumbar spine. Good. All right. Let's go ahead and come up. So you can grab the back of your legs and kick yourself up. And we're going to sit up nice and straight. Arms are extended. Try not to pull your shoulders forward. So little squeeze through the shoulder blades. And we're going to inhale. We're going to exhale, and we're just going to go back about halfway. Now, if you need a ball or anything, you can put it back here for a little support. Pull forward from your belly button. So back of the neck or back of the head is in line with your spine. You're not changing the alignment from head to hip. You're just going to go straight back, hinging from the hips, and come back forward. Good. Go back, exhale, inhale, pull forward, exhale, come back, inhale, forward. Last one, come back, exhale, stay here. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, exhale, take those arms up, inhale, back down. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Let's do one more time. Exhale, inhale, come on up. If you need to, lie back and push that lower back to the floor. Good. Grab the back of your legs, come on up. And let's go on our side. We'll go on our left side, okay? All right. So let's start up. We're going to go up into some side planks. Your elbow should be right under the shoulder. So you don't want your arm out here, Okay, so arm is under the shoulder, and you're up through your shoulder. You're not sinking down, so you're up through your shoulder. Now, for the side plank, you can have either both knees bent, but you can see that I'm still in a nice straight line. My knees are not out in front of me. You can have the bottom knee down and the top leg extended. You can also have both legs extended, okay? So we're gonna go up into a side plank. Now if you need to, you can use this hand for stability, but try not to let your body roll forward, okay? If you want, you can have your arm lifted, and we're going to drop the hip down and up, down and up. Your head stays in line with your spine. So the head isn't dropping down, the head isn't lifted up. Try to keep your head in line with your spine. Up, down, up, down, up, down. If you want to have the bottom knee down, it's like this. It'll look like this. So it's a little bit easier, and then stay up. Or actually, let's go ahead and come down, and let's sit up and stretch it out. And then we'll go back into our plank. Good. So we're going to go back up into a side plank. If you need to, your bottom leg can stay down for some extra support, okay? Otherwise, you're going to come, you can have both legs out. So both legs out or bottom leg bent, okay? I'm going to come up. Oh, actually, I'm going to take that back. Bottom leg bent. We need that support because we're going to be lifting the top leg. So we're going to keep our bottom leg down, the left leg down. We're still on our left side. Elbow under the shoulder. You're up through your shoulder. So we're going to come up. We're going to inhale, exhale, reach under, rotating, and your head follows your arm, shoulder rotates, and then inhale, come on up. Exhale, lift your leg, inhale, down. Exhale, reach under, inhale, up, exhale, lift the leg. Inhale, rotate, exhale, lift, and exhale, inhale, down, exhale, rotate, inhale, up, exhale, lift the leg, inhale, down, rotate, exhale, inhale, up, exhale, lift the leg. Good. Come on up, bend your knees, and we're just going to go ahead and stretch it out. You can also just kind of pull that shoulder and just kind of get a little stretch in there. All right, let's go face down. We're going to go into that face down prone position. And we're going to float our head off of the mat. So arms are down by your side. Palms of your hands are facing the body. Your head, the top of your head should be facing the far wall. Your nose is pointing to the mat, and your chin is slightly tucked so that the back of your neck is still long. Your legs are a little bit wider than your hips. Tops of the legs, tops of the feet are on the mat, and your legs are active. So keep them nice and tight. These legs are anchoring you to the mat. So floating your head, your belly, very important, the belly is pulled away from the mat. So when you're breathing, do not push your belly into the mat. Just pull your belly button away from the mat. We're going to inhale, exhale, squeeze our shoulder blades, reaching for the heels. Keep your belly pulled away from the mat. Inhale, relax down. Exhale, reach. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, relax. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. One more time. Inhale, exhale. On this next one, when we exhale, we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades and lift our chest or our breastbone up. So inhale, exhale, lift up, reaching for the heels. Keep your belly pulled away from the mat, and then inhale down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale down. Really use those legs, tighten them up, straighten them. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale down. Exhale. Inhale down. One more. Exhale. And inhale down. Let's go ahead and go back into a child's pose. Let's come on all fours. Arms directly under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Your hands are flat on the mat. You're not doming them so that there's space underneath the palms and the mat. And you're pushing away from the mat. A little bit of energy under the arms, but let's not push away so much that we flare or we pull those shoulder blades apart. Just come between full, like really pushing away from the mat, and then coming down and squeezing our shoulder blades. Somewhere in between. So slight engagement through those shoulder blades. Abs engaged. We're going to extend the left arm and the right leg. Really try to get them extended and lift. Use your glute to lift that leg, and you're using the muscles in the back of the shoulder to get that arm lifted. And then put that down. Switch sides. The idea here is to not let your hips rotate out to the side. Trying to keep that body stable. Keep those hips level. Good. Right arm, left leg. And switch. Left arm, right leg. Really extend. Use your glutes. Good. And last one. Good. Let's go back into a little child's pose. And come back up onto all fours. All right, remember, abs engaged here as well. So you're not relaxing your tummy muscles. All right, abs engaged. We're going to go back to the right arm and left leg. Extend them, and we're just going to lower them both down, lift them up. So think of using those muscles in the back of the shoulder and the glutes to lift. Lift. Keeping your hips level, not swishing side to side. If you find that if you're making a bigger movement and it's hard for you to maintain stability, try to make that movement just a little smaller and then just work your way up. One more. Good. And let's switch sides. So right arm, left leg are extended, and lift and lower. Abs are still tight. Hips are level. Focus on using those muscles in the back of the shoulder and your glute to do the work. One more. Good job. And let's come on down. Great. All right. Let's go on to our right side. So we have to do the right side now as well. So again, for the hip lift, the plank lifts, you can have both knees down and stacked. You can have this, the bottom and the top leg straight, the bottom leg down and the top leg straight. You can have both legs straight, okay? You're down, elbow under your shoulder, you're up through your shoulder. So however you want your legs, go ahead and get in position. Just try to make sure that your body isn't falling forward, that you're not caving in towards the mat, okay? We're gonna come up, whoops, went over a little too far. And we're gonna drop the hips down, lift up. Keep your head in line with your spine. Stay up through your shoulders. Everything is tight in your core. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Good. Bend that bottom knee. Good. Remember, you're staying up through your shoulder. We're going to come up into a side plank here. We're going to inhale, exhale, reach under. My head is following my arm, and I'm turning that left shoulder under. Inhale, back up. Exhale, lift my top leg. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift under. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep going. Rotating under, lifting a leg. Rotate under, lift the leg. Stay up through the shoulder. Bottom ribs stay lifted. Core tight. Let's do 1 more. Up. Good. And come on up. Go ahead and sit up and reach overhead. All right, let's go and do some stretching. Let's go back into child's pose. Take your arms all the way overhead. Come up onto your fingertips. Walk your hands over to the left. And then over to the right. And back to center. Good. Come forward on your belly. And you can just come up onto your forearms if you want. But your head is not hyperextended or overextended like this. Again, keep your head in line with your spine. And lift up. If you want, you can even push up a little bit higher. But again, your head is not hyperextended. Keep it in line with the spine. And let's go onto our back. Bring your knees into the chest. Push your lower back to the mat. And keeping your right knee in, you're going to extend that left leg down. Grabbing the back of the right knee or back of the leg, just take that leg up to the ceiling and pull your toes towards you, pushing your heel to the ceiling. Good. Put that foot down on the mat, the right foot, and then just drop the right knee in towards the left leg. You can have your arms out to the side as well and turn your head to the right. So stretching out that neck a little bit. Good. Let's switch. Bring your left knee in, extend the right. And then grab the back of the leg, take it up to the ceiling, push through the heel, pull your toes towards you. Good. Put that left foot down on the mat. Drop your knee in towards the right leg. Arms can be out. And you'll turn your head and look to the left. Good. Let's grab, actually, let's bend both knees, legs together, drop both knees over to the left. And then take a deep breath into those top ribs, those right ribs that are facing up to the ceiling. And out. Tighten up your belly, and then lift those knees up and over to the right. Same thing. Take nice deep breaths into the ribs here, into those left ribs. And out. And tighten up the belly, lift the legs up, grab the back of the legs, and kick yourself up. Good. Tuck your left foot in. Take your right hand towards your left knee, push it down, and bend over to the side. Try to flex that right foot. Get that nice stretch down that right leg. Good. And let's switch. Left leg out, tuck your foot in, flex your left foot. Left hand goes to the right knee. It also helps to keep that right side hip down, doesn't pop up. Good. Sit up. You can either sit cross-legged or you can have your legs out. And arms are out. Just have them down. Sitting up straight, shoulders relaxed. And let's tilt our head to the right. Keep your shoulder down. And come on up and drop your head to the left. Make sure you're not moving the body left. You want to keep the body still. You're just moving from the neck. And then bring it up and look over your right shoulder. Lift your left arm and reach out while you're looking over your over your right shoulder. Sorry. Left arm is reaching, looking over your right shoulder. Good. Hand down. Let's look over our left shoulder. Look behind you. Reach the right arm long. Good. Let's get some nice deep breaths in, out. Again, deep breath in, into the belly, out. One more time, deep breath in, and out. Nice job, thank you. Have a great day.